Well, this is going to be exciting because I'm trying it in live time. So let's see how this goes. Here's how you get things set up in Windows. I don't have any of it set up yet because I don't normally do things from Windows, but we're going to give it a go. Step 1, you're going to want some place to write blog posts. Visual Studio Code's for lots of coding things, but it also has lovely support for writing Markdown, and Markdown is what our website pages are written in. So you pop over to code.visualstudio.com and then download for Windows. So we will do that, save the file, it'll download real speedy, we'll click on it, give it a run, accept their soul selling, sure default fine, sure default fine, sure default fine. Okay, we can set it off installing. In the meantime, we're going to take a peek at Git. There are a couple of different downloads you could do. You could do ones that are interesting graphical interfaces, but I'll show off just the one that's the command line one, because it's what I'm most familiar with, and also that one is going to be the same no matter what operating system you're on. So if you're on Mac, for example, or one of my bros or gals out on Linux, well, it'll be the same. So we'll just download that from git-scm for source control management, or source code management, sorry, .com. And /download/windows, or /win even. Go ahead and save that file as well. In a second, there we are. Checking on Visual Studio Code, it's doing great. We'll finish it and launch it, why not? Wow, how cool. We'll leave that in the background. Git time, go ahead and open that. Sell our soul again. Soul selling. Accepting the defaults. Looking great. Looking stellar. Ooh, exciting. Vim is indeed very hard to use. I didn't know that was the default one. Well, there you are. Do Visual Studio Code once that's installed. So install VS Code first. This is much nicer than having to use Vim, as fun as Vim is. I will let Git decide. There's path forward. Got it. Yep. Fine. And ooh, exciting. Cool. So basically, all of the defaults are fine. I'm reading through them; they seem fine enough. I don't have any issues with them. Sure. You may be whatever you like. Sounds fine to me. Symbolic links, we don't bother on Windows. Sudo consoles? I don't mind. Okay. So defaults for everything there, with the exception of the editor. You'll want to change that away from being Vim and into being something that you're more comfortable with. VS Code is a good example, because that's very easy. Notepad is also fine. Vim is cool, but definitely a bit complex. Awesome. We'll just let that finish. Now, last thing we'll need to install is Hugo. Bunch of different ways to do this. It walks you quite a plethora. I assume most of you don't have Chocolatier or Scoop installed. I certainly don't. So you can just do the binary one, which is nice cross-platform. So we'll pop over to Hugo releases, and we can vibe down to the bottom of this entry, and you have a whole bunch of files. Whoa! The Windows 64-bit is what I assume the vast majority of you will be on. I think regular is fine. We don't really need extended. So I'm going to go with that. Open it with the default Windows Explorer. That'll let you extract it. So great. Basically, there's just the executable. Just put that somewhere, you won't lose it. I'll put it on my desktop because I really don't care what happens to my Windows computer. You should probably use a better organization system. If you don't, that's fine. Onto my desktop. Zoom. Okay, nice and done. Don't need to look at my desktop. It's gross. Hugo, theoretically done being installed. Wonderful. Last thing, if we want Hugo to be available from any window that we pop open, so actually in VS Code to demonstrate this. Oh, I do have Windows Substitute. I mean, sure, go ahead and install it. You won't get that message. In fact, oh, yeah, I'll just leave that alone. That's fine. So now what we want to do, next thing, is actually pull down the website repository. So I'm going to go ahead and open a folder. I'm going to create a new folder in my desktop yet again, because I really can't be bothered on Windows. I'll call it Bionics, and we'll go ahead and open that. So you can see, empty thing over here. Your option is to create like new files and stuff, but you probably don't want to do that yet. Instead, we just want to go up to Terminal, where it says that, and pop open New Terminal. It's also Control-Shift backtick if you really love keyboard shortcuts. Excellent. There we are. Is Git available? Nope. That's fine. And I assume Hugo won't be either. Fantastic. Okay, so it's going to be a bit more complex than I thought. Thinking... Yeah, okay. We'll just have to do it a bit of a different way. That's fine. So if you jump into your start menu and just search for Git, either of those should be fine. I'll do Git bash. This gives you a lovely little terminal window. Terminal crash course, you don't need to know much. PWD tells you where you are. I'm in C users, then my user, so I'm just there in like my regular user folder, I guess. If I want to go to my desktop, I think I can do CD and then desktop, maybe? Yep, that'll do it. And CD means change directory, so you're changing your directory into your desktop directory. Here's where I want to put the Bionics thing. So I'll go ahead, and we can jump over to this Bionics website, repository now. I'll probably collect all the links to all of these things, I think, so you can find them all easily. But here, what you want to do is go to clone, clone with HTTPS, probably, unless you know what SSH is and care about it. And then you can vibe down here, and you just want to paste it into this window, which I think you can do with a right click and then paste. Right, but before that, instead of just the URL, you want to type git. Cool. Okay, that's a bit squirrely. Git clone. HTTPS is not supported. Cool. That's fine. Knock off that S. Less fine. Okay. What is your issue there, buddy old pal? Okie dokie. I'll pause the recording and let you know when I fix it. Hello and welcome back, my lovelies. It was me fat fingering something. If I tried to paste with Control-V first, which I certainly did, goes ahead and throws in a mysterious hidden character that destroys everything. So don't do that. Just instead, when you go ahead and copy it, and go ahead and copy that URL for HTTPS. Try to do a Linux thing, that doesn't work. Just do git clone space, and then instead of Control-V, do paste. Or shift insert, that'll work too. Then it works. Magical. Boy, I love Windows. Filtering content. I don't even know what that means. But there we are. Okay, so now all the Bionic stuff is pulled back down onto your computer. If I click this weird button that exists on Windows, you can see it here. Sheffield Bionics, GitLab.io. I put it on my desktop. There's the website. Very fun. Let's get rid of the Bionics folder. Don't need that anymore. It's open in another program. Well, okay. Let's make it not open. How does that sound? Can't do that. That's fine. File. Open folder. This time we want to open the Sheffield GitLab.io. And then we can destroy it. Bye-bye, Bionics. Okay. There we are. So we have our Git repository, which is that folder that we pulled down. We've gone to that Git repository, now in VS Code. Hopefully this is still recording. It is. That is fine. Then from here, all you need to do is vibe over to content and blog. This is where all of our blog content is. So if we want to look at our COVID response, for example, you can see it. It's a bit colorful here. If you would like to see what it'll actually look more like on the website, not exactly what it'll look like, but closer, you can click this button to open a preview on the side. It's also Control-KV, apparently, so you can do that. Some bits of it are squirrely, like that bit where there's that figure, because that's not fully normal markdown. But for the things that are normal markdown, like most of this, you can see there are just your paragraphs, your bullet points, links work, and you can see those links being highlighted. And maybe even headings, if any of these were written with headings. Yeah, there was some with headings. So headings start with some number of dashes. 1 dash is the biggest heading, 2 dashes is slightly smaller, or not dashes, sorry, hashes, but you get my vibe. Okay, excellent. So there is all of that. We will be adding a new page because it was the first to be requested. It will be Spring Intro Talk. Now this isn't written in Markdown, so we're going to have to do that conversion ourselves, but luckily, because Markdown is so easy, and I'll be linking everyone to this website, everyone can learn Markdown, and then they can write it themselves like this. It's not too bad. So yeah, if you want bullet points, either of these are an option. Numbers, either of those. Horizontal lines, either of those, etc. So it walks you through everything pretty much. Bold as well there. So we'll try to reproduce this. So let's snap it over there. Windows, do your thing. Wow, that was weird. It showed OBS, which is on my other monitor. And we'll squeeze it over. Well, you're not doing your thing very well, Windows. Classic. Oh, I hate you, I think. That's fine. Cool. Once we are here, now we'll want to, let's pop open our terminal here, actually, why not? So this one, because Windows is a bit squirrely, you can fix this, by the way, I'm pretty sure, and get it working everywhere. It's not the current situation. If you go to the desktop, which here is one folder up, if you want to go up a folder, ... that means the previous folder. That'll bring you up back to your desktop. This is where I put Hugo. If you want to run Hugo, you can do ... which is the current directory, / Hugo. And then you can run Hugo server is what we'll do. Duh, I'm being very silly. Sorry, you have to do that from inside of the Bionics thing. By the way, if you want to autocomplete, press tab. So what I did there was press CD space and started typing the word Sheffield and press tab, and it finished the rest of it for me. Sorry, I'm being very silly. You know what? We're going to add it to our path because otherwise it's sad. Right, so that's this last link here. Add to the path on Windows 10. To do that, you've got to type inv in a little search menu here. So we'll jump down here. Inv, system environment variables, want to edit those. Then you want to go down to the bottom here where it says environment variables, click on that. Vibe along until you see the word path. I'm pretty sure that is what we're looking for. And then click edit. This is all the places on your computer that Windows will look if you ask it to run a program in a terminal. So I'm going to add a new place. And I'll browse even actually. Brooks Rady, that's me. And click desktop. Okay. The end. Then go ahead and click OK from there. And then OK again. And then OK again. And then this we need to close and reopen. So a little X. Pop open the terminal. Let's see if Hugo works. Help please. Ruh-roh, raggy. Doesn't look so good. Maybe we'll try reopening VS Code. As you can tell, I'm an expert in the Windows operating system. Hugo. There we are. Got it. So that'll just build it for us. So if we want to take a look at our website in real time, type Hugo server. In fact, if you want to even show draft pages as well, you can do Hugo server -D for drafts. Then it gives us some instructions here. It gives us a link even. If you press Control and click on that, it'll open it in your web browser. Et voila, there's the live website to look at. Massive Alex pop there on the front. Look at all these people with their giant heads. Yikes, what an ugly fellow that guy is. Wonderful, cool. Blog posts will pop up here. So let's add one of those in another window. So you can click this little plus button for our second one there. We can type our Hugo again, and then we can do Hugo new, and that'll create a new little template for us, and we will put that in content / Windows uses backslashes, revolting English, and then blog. And well, okay. let's try a bit harder than that. I think we have to actually name the article. Sorry, my bad. So we'll go up here, take a look at Spring Intro Talk. You know what? I think we'll call it that. Spring. Oh, this is going to be gross. That's fine. If you want to put spaces in these file names, you have to put quotes around them. So we'll do that. Am I going to do that? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put dashes between them. And I'll make it all lowercase as well to match actually what's already here. Spring Intro Talk. And don't worry, these file names don't matter a whole bunch. Some people, I'm sure, will get angry at you for picking certain things over others, maybe myself included, but it's fine. Lovely. Okay, that creates a new file, which is there, nice and highlighted in green. The reason it's highlighted in green is because that is a new file, and Git knows that that is a new file. So we can click on the Spring Intro Talk. Basic information just about the time we created it. It's a draft, so it won't show up if we publish the website, but it will show up in our demo because we ran it with that .d flag. So actually, if we could look over at the end, up here, we have Spring Intro Talk. Wow, beautiful. It doesn't even have a picture. In fact, this example might not include a picture because I don't think I was sent one. But I'll harass someone into giving me that. In the meantime, we can take a look at one of these other posts and get some inspiration, for example. So say let's click on the FAQ. As you can see, there's actually some interesting fields here. So we get rid of the draft thing. This image is, in fact, this image that you see here. And you can add those images into the folder of the website. I think if you vibe down to resources and then images, just kidding, I lied to you. It's static images. So if you go static images and then inside of there, our FAQ blog image should be there somewhere. Yep, images, blog. There we are, and our FAQ is one of these. We have a Nyan Cat image. Oh yeah, let's do that one. Lovely. Cool. So, because I try really hard, I'm just going to copy this and put it into our new file, Spring Intro Talk. Replace the draft because we're going to be publishing this immediately, and paste it in. Now, obviously, Boomika did not write this particular one. This one was written, I think, well, let's hope it was by Alex. Whoops, sorry, not Alex Poop. That would be pretty rude, wouldn't it? We have Alex Pop, of course. Nyan Cat, because I've not been given anything better. Am I going to publish this like this? Oh, I can't publish this like this. I might publish it like this. Maybe that'll encourage a quick response. We'll find out. And we need to come up with a description. Let's see if I was fed anything. Also, starting again, here's time of university funding. Let's pick project leaders, show off the work they'll be doing this term as our key phrase. So we'll use a description. Pop. We're going to have to change some words around here. Project leaders, show off what they will be doing this term. There we are. Beautiful description. Now we got to paste all of this in. We'll go ahead and grab it all. Control A. Paste it in because it's mostly normal words that are fine. Spring Introduction Talk. The title of the page will be there. We don't need that. Hope you've had a good Christmas period. Yep. That's fine. Yep. I'll make these bullet points because I think that'd be kind of nice to have those as bullet points. I think that'll be good for indentation purposes as well. So go ahead and chop this back a little bit there. So just go ahead and add, I think asterisks also work. I always use hyphens like that. Lovely. We also want these to be bold. So put double asterisks around those, and you can see it picks up on that and it changes it a little for us. Fun fact about VS Code, hold down Alt and click in a bunch of places, and you can have multiple cursors, and I can just do 2 asterisks and we're done. Save the file. Now that the file is saved, you should be able to see a preview all the way to the end. There we are. Is my Nyan Cat not loaded? Did I misspell a Nyan Cat? You know what? I think actually what we need is a panic cat. Panic cat. .png. Oh, that's probably my issue, isn't it? So there we are. Whoops, that's my bad. Perfect! Alright, now that the Spring Intro Talk is set up, we can go ahead and take a look at that page. Look at this wonderful thing that Alex Pop has chosen as his cover picture. Here you can see These are bold and bullet pointed. If you're keen to see the slides used, here's the link to the presentation. That I personally find a bit crudly, so we can improve it. Here is a link to the presentation. Let's make that our link text. We are remembering this. This might be right. So I think it's square brackets around the link text, and then round brackets around the link itself. Yep, that looks about right. Go ahead and save that. A link to the presentation. Now we click on that. We can see the Bionics intro talk. Excellent stuff. Make American Society every Thursday at 5 p.m. What we spend time and money on coming next year. Well, I feel like that link needs a little bit of context. I also think it's fine if it's left as a regular link. So, you can join using the link. I can't type. Really can't type. Link below. Go ahead and save. Whatever. Fine, we'll do using this link. And we'll do the same thing. You can join using this link. Soup. You can highlight things because it's a code editor. It does all sorts of nice features that are way better than things like Word. You can just press brackets and it'll surround whatever you have highlighted with brackets instead of deleting everything you have highlighted. Magical feature. Everyone needs to do that. Cut and paste. Get rid of that extra line. Save the file. Wonderful. Takes us to Google Meet. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, we can briefly publish with this. It'll be fine. We'll get the picture sorted pretty quickly. So, once you are ready to publish, happy with how it looks, as I am very pleased with this one, you can pop back over to your little Git window. Here we're going to need to go into the Sheffield Bionics project directory. So you're going to do CD again to change your directory. Start typing the word Sheffield, just like sh, and tab, and it won't work. Of course, because there's two options. So we'll go ahead and do chef. There we are. CD into that. And from here, we can do git status. That's a command just to see what's vibing, dog. And the answer is this new page is vibing. Cool. Okay. And now it even gives us some help, so it says there's nothing to commit yet. So committing is like saving your changes and publishing them. But it's saying these are some untracked files. So this one is a new file. It's not being tracked by version control yet. But, hey, how helpful. Use git add to track. So let's do that. Git add, and then we can just put in the name of this file. So I'll highlight that, and copy, and paste. And hit enter. Now if we do git status again, we can see, aha, changes to be committed. So that's all ready. Well, the next thing we ought to do is commit. I have commitment issues, but maybe you'll be better off. So git commit, and then you want to do -m to give it a little bit of a message here. You know what? Let's show it without the message since we configured it to use VS Code, I think. So git commit, enter. Okay. So authoring, I didn't see a note. You'll have to do this, when you first set up. That's my bad. So you need to basically add your email and username because those are saved when you make changes. So I will copy and paste that, and then in quotes put my email that I use for this, which I'm pretty sure is my personal one. There you are. Feel free to slide into my DMs anytime. Now we can have git config global copy paste. I made a whoopsie. Try that again. Double failure. Try a third time, recopying. As you can tell, I am an adept user of the Windows operating system. Username, I don't really know, but I think it's probably the Lost Lambda. So let's go with that. It doesn't actually matter. These can be anything you'd like. They just show up in the logs. In fact, we can check in the logs. Git log. And take a look. Well, I was obviously having an excellent day. Oopsie! It's probably not asking for username, it's probably asking for my actual name. Go figure. Oh. Intriguing. It's not even going to ask about that. let's cancel that. Empty commit message. And do the username thing. So that's actually your real human name. Sorry, that's my bad. Berkshire. Wonderful. Okay, now you can do your git commit. Beautiful. You see it pops up in your VS Code. It says, please enter a message for your changes. So this is where you summarize things. This communicates with other people in the committee. They can see it in the log. So I'll say something like, well, I'll try to make it more helpful than my previous commit messages. So added the spring intro talk blog post. Oops. Oh, it's not legs. Still needs an image. I see. So it wants you to keep those short, and I'm not going to. Go ahead and save the file and exit, and it should continue. There you are. Lovely. Git log. Take a look at it. There we are. Added the spring intro talk blog post. Still needs an image. Last thing we need to do. Oh, by the way, to get out of git log, type Q. The Q button escapes that. And then from here, we just want to push it, which means upload it to the website. So I'll go ahead and do push. It's going to ask for my credentials. I'm going to struggle to remember them. And hope they don't show up in plain text. Wow, look how sharp that is. I bet you can't see that on the recording necessarily, but it is nasty. Maybe that was correct. The answer was yes. Well done, Brooks. Cool. If you want to double check that things work, you can vibe over to the Bionics website, give that page a refresh, and you can see the new message that I authored 1 minute ago, as well as the pipeline saying it's running, and that means the website is in the process of deploying. I'm going to double check if there's anything else that I have forgotten in the meantime. Well, that is deploying, and we'll be able to show things off. Yep. So this looks good. There's your markdown reference. It's really not too bad. In fact, there's even an interactive tutorial if you want to do that. So you can begin a lesson and do things like here. Oh, that's a really nice little tutorial, isn't it? Oh, fantastic. Make the words American oxygen bold. How would you do that, my lovely friends? Well, pop over to American. Add 2 asterisks. Pop over to oxygen. Add 2 asterisks. Whoa! Stellar! God, they sound just like me. They're so American. Okay. Lovely. Don't need that. That is my local copy of the website. Let's try looking at the real Bionics website. Bionics Bootcamp isn't quite the one. Does this have a link to our real website? Sure does. Wow, look how happy we all are. Latest blog post, spring intro talk. There it is, boys and grills. Alex Pop's beautiful article with this image. We'll harass him now to get a new image. That's all. And let me know if you have any questions. And Godspeed.